Okay, we're back. Hello mga kabuhay. Welcome to Family and Life Update, where we see the world and current events through the lens of faith, family, and life. So thank you again for joining us for the past few months. Every week, every Friday, nandito kayo watching and listening and learning and commenting. Thank you sa mga nagko-comment and nagpo-private message. I read everything, so thank you for being part of this show, quote-unquote show. Yan, okay. So before we get into our mga news items for this week, very interesting news items of this week, let us have our opening billboard. Okay, welcome again to Family and Life Update. So we're looking at different things happening not only sa Philippines, not only in politics, though siguro as of now less and less politics kasi it's a time of transition. So wala masyadong nangyayari, no big moves being made in terms of different laws trying to be passed that will affect faith, family, and life kasi everybody's on suspended animation while waiting for the new president and the new lawmakers to come in. So maybe we'll have more political news in the coming months. But we have a lot of Catholic news again this week. And we're starting off with, is Pope Francis going to retire? Ito siya. So there was news from the Catholic News Agency that there might be another papal resignation. So the first one not the first one, but the first one after 600 years was Pope Benedict XVI. And now they're saying there are rumors, of course, mga marites dyan, puro rumors pa lang, that Pope Francis might also resign. Because, let's see here, on August 28th, Pope Francis will be visiting to, Aquila, and to visit the tomb of Pope Celestine V, who also resigned in 1294. So they're saying that might be a sign that Pope Francis will be also resigning, because Benedict XVI did the same thing. He visited the tomb of Pope Celestine V, and he left his pallium there. And then after a few days, days or weeks, he resigned. So they're saying that Pope Francis might follow suit. And the day that he's going to visit the tomb of Pope Celestine V is the day after he makes 21 new cardinals, the consistory, which we talked about in the episode last week. So wow, that's so interesting. Pwede pala yun. Actually, popes are supposed to lead until their death. And then that's when the cardinals come together, the papal conclave starts, and they choose the next pope. It's interesting to see that there are different times in the history of the Catholic Church that there have been 3 popes na sunod-sunod in the same year. The latest one was in 1978. So that's when Pope Paul VI died, and then John Paul I became Pope, but only after 33 days he also died, and then John Paul II became Pope. So Saint Pope John Paul II. So that was 1978. And before that, it was 300 years before that when they had 3 popes in the same year. So meaning the current Pope died, another Pope took over and died within the year, and a third Pope was elected. So the last time that happened to have 3 popes in the same year, okay, I'm making that distinction, was 1978. But did we ever have 3 popes at the same time? Because what will happen if Pope Francis retires, let's say by August he retires and they elect a new pope, there will be 3 popes, considering that if Pope Benedict XVI is still with us at that time, there will be 3 popes at the same time. Granted, dalawa sa kanila are Pope Emeritus, Emerituses. Pope Emeritus, so they're retired popes. But they're still popes. I mean, how do you stop being a pope, diba? Parang you were elected by your brother cardinals, you have been anointed, and then you were tasked to lead the whole Catholic world until your death. So technically, you're still Pope. You're still called the Pope Emeritus. So there's only, the last time that happened was 1054. But it wasn't because dalawa yung nag-retire. It's because it was an East-West schism. So nag-aaway-away. And there were 3 popes at one given time during the 1400s. So this came about 1378 to about 1417. So there was Pope Benedict the 13th. Oh wow, Benedict pa rin. Pope Gregory the 12th and Pope John the 23rd. So they all reigned at the same time. Of course, you can't really say they reigned at the same time because some were considered anti-popes and there were a lot of things going on. Google it. Look for the Western Schism. So this is different from the Orthodox and the Catholic and the Roman Catholic Schism. This is different. This is the Western Schism. So check it out and you will see that there were 3 popes at the same time. So this happened in the 1400s. So this will be the first time in 600 years again. Wow, parang may trend. After 600 years, Pope Benedict resigned. After 600 years again, there were 3 popes at the same time. Though, again, it's different circumstances. Ngayon, dalawa sa kanila will be Pope Emeritus. Yan. So very interesting what's happening in the Catholic Church. I don't know. I guess, how do I feel about it? I think if your task is to lead for life, then you should lead for life. And it's not controversial because you were elected by your brother cardinals to lead the Catholic faithful for the rest of your life. So and then you accepted it. You should be able to lead for life. I mean, I think it's that simple. I mean, people will understand naman if you're in a wheelchair. I think Saint Pope John Paul II really led, even though through sicknesses and people saw him suffering, but he really bore that cross of suffering until the very end. And I think there should be a reminder, Pope Francis, if you're watching, maybe you shouldn't retire or resign because you've been elected to that post for life. But let's see what will happen. Maybe things are stirring in the church. Maybe there are things that need to be corrected. That's a topic for another day, and that's a very interesting, controversial, and we'll be able to talk about a lot of things regarding that on another day. So yun. So if ever this happens in August, after the consistory where he will create 21 cardinals, Pope Francis will go to the tomb of Pope Celestine V, and then let's see what happens. Maybe September will be an exciting month for Catholics out there. Maybe we'll see white smoke rising, and will we see a Filipino Pope? Because, Cardinal Tagle is very active in the Vatican, and he has a lot of roles, and a lot of cardinals know him and have worked with him. So maybe we'll see a Filipino Pope. That will be awesome. I don't know how we'll react to that. That it's concerning, exciting, and all these emotions rolled into one. All right. So that's the news that's coming out regarding the Pope this week. Okay. Our second topic, sadder news. At the time of Pentecost, just a few days ago, was this a week ago or so, there was killing in a Catholic church in Nigeria. At least 50 people were killed and others were injured when gunmen attacked a Catholic church in southwestern Nigeria. And I think this is very... In the Philippines, we don't really think about that because it's a majority Catholic country. So parang hindi mo maisip that this will happen. But it's still happening in different parts of the world. And it's actually very dangerous and scary to be a Catholic, a practicing Catholic in different parts of the world. But these worshippers, these faithful, are getting even more faithful because your faith and your conviction grows when it is under attack. And that's something we haven't had in the Philippines. And cross fingers, I hope we don't have. I don't know, do I hope we don't have? I mean, we really need a strengthening of our Catholic faith and our desire to evangelize here in the Philippines, and maybe you can actually see that the Philippine Catholic Church is being attacked in a different way, not through guns and violence, though in some provinces we sometimes see news about that, but maybe through influences from the West and the different influences that are attacking our children, not only in school but in media, especially social media, especially mga TikTok, Snapchat. Parents out there, make sure you know what you're doing when you allow your kids to sign up for these apps. I suggest you also download it and then take a look at what your kids are exposed to. You'll see that you should really follow the suggested age. All these apps have suggested ages, so I suggest you really follow them. Not because everybody is on TikTok, everybody's on Snapchat, you give your 11-year-old that app as well, because they are going to be exposed to so many things. Take a look for yourself and you will see what I'm talking about. It's really such a lion's den in there, and we really need to be aware of the influences that are affecting our kids every day through these. So not only social media, but in school, from their friends, even regular media. So we may not be attacked through guns and violence, but we are being attacked through influences as well. And we need to be aware, and we need to combat that, and take our children back from whether they're being influenced by the others, and we should influence them ourselves. Be more active in the lives of our children. Yeah, that's a big call for all parents, not only Catholic parents, but especially Catholic parents, especially us who are active, go to church all the time, pray all the time. We should be more active and involved in our children's lives. And I hope you can start doing that as well. Okay, and let's pray for our brothers and sisters in Nigeria and other Catholics from all over the world who are under oppression and who are really experiencing all these difficulties. May we all be one in the suffering of the Catholic Church to really promote the gospel. And our third topic for tonight is very interesting. I joined the Discord channel of Jay Aruga. So shout out Jay Aruga. Join his Discord channel. I'll put the link in the comments. And we did a film showing of What is a Woman by Matt Walsh. And wow, there's so many things that are happening in the world, especially in the US. These liberals can't even define what a woman is. Of course they know, but they don't want to come out publicly saying what it is, because it will attack their narrative and what they're trying to accomplish over the past 2 years. And it's really such an interesting and disturbing and challenging show. If you join the Discord by today Friday, or tomorrow, you can get to watch it. There's another film showing in the Discord channel, so hope you can watch it. If not, go to What is a Woman or Google it, and you can subscribe to Matt Walsh and you get to watch it. So here in the Philippines, siguro, like I said, it's mainly Catholic, mainly Christian. So maybe we're not at the same level as the US yet, but like I said also, just last news bit, we're being attacked in a different way. Maybe it's more or less like the US, but maybe we're about 10-20 steps behind. So if we're not careful, we already know what's going to happen to us. And we'll see how we are seeing how conservative, good values are fighting back in the US. Let's not wait until we get that point that there's so many things, so many lives have been ruined, so many lives have been destroyed. Let's not get to that point. Let's start building up our families, talking to our children, telling them what is true, what is important, and what is real before we get to that point. There's a good article about detransition. So this girl started her transition phase and realized it was wrong, and she started to detransition. So I'll send the link also in the comments. It's Helena. You can look her up on YouTube. Very strong story, very powerful story. So I'll put the link also in the comments. So in the description. There's so many things happening in the world. Pope Francis, our brothers and sisters in different parts of the world being oppressed, being attacked, and also the war in terms of morality, in terms of good values, in terms of family, to attacking women. I think basically what you're seeing is an attack on the woman, attack on Mama Mary, on her womanhood. And you will see that so many attacks are based on taking out what it means to be a mother, so that everything else collapses. If you take out the mother, the family collapses, identity collapses, and you will see that it's a directed attack on Mama Mary. We should look at these things through the lens of faith, family, and life, and we see what is really going on. It's really the attack of Satan against Mama Mary, and we should really defend our mother and fight back. So join us every week as we continue to fight back and take back what is rightfully ours, which is good moral values, strong Filipino families, and a very passionate and evangelistic Catholic Church. Okay, thank you for joining us again. And remember, buhay mo mahalaga. God bless.